And hello there, welcome back to the channel. This is Don's Graphics. I'll be demonstrating today how you can design a birthday flyer using a Pixellab application on your Android smartphone. After we are done designing, don't go yet, because I'll also show you how you can enhance the quality of your design using the Snapseed application. A lot of you have been asking us how I do to enhance the quality of my designs, and that is why today I promise to show you how I use Snapseed to enhance the quality of my designs, from a design like this on Pixellab to an awesome design like this once it is edited on the Snapseed application. So why go away? Subscribe to the channel, don't go anywhere, watch the tutorial to the very end. I will try my best to make sure that it's not too long so that you get all the interesting details. Let's go. Okay guys, so this is your Pixellab application, and in order to begin our design, I'll be deleting this initial text. Then I will look up here on the top right as usual to make use of the setting to enable my design size. So I'm going to click on size, and I just want this to be 1036 and the width, so I want this to be the width to be 1036 and the height is 1280. Click OK on the check mark, then you have something like this. I'll click on the background setting. I already have the background downloaded, so just click here on the background to import from gallery, and I'm going to click here. This is the background that we're using. I just click on the check mark. I will share the background with you on the video description. So this is the background we are using. The next thing I would love to do is to bring in the element, the image of the person for whom we are designing this flyer. So I removed the background of it using Photo Room. Like I said in my last tutorial, Photo Room is tested and trusted for background remover. It doesn't affect your picture quality, so consider using Photo Room. So I'm going to click it, and after cropping it this way, I'm going to click on this change position so that it can be, the image can rotate to the left, so that the lady can be looking to the left. Then I click on my check mark. I think I'm okay with this. What I'm going to do is to now size it up and then use relative position to make sure that it's somewhere in the middle. That did not work. Let's position it in the middle using our freehand, so you can enable it and make it look perfectly fitted on the middle of your background. Then go to the layer button and you lock this up. After achieving this, the next thing we're going to do is to create some blur effects here, or some gradient kind of effect, before bringing in the second element or the second image. So for that reason, I will be clicking on shape, and I have a square shape here, but I'm going to make it a rectangle. Then I position it here, and what I'm going to do now is to click on gradient, so that we can create a gradient, a fading gradient for this. If you haven't understood the process of creating gradient, then I'm still going to walk you through this. Although I already made some tutorials on how to create gradients. So the first step in creating your gradients is, let me take that all over so that you don't miss it out. So let me go to shapes. You click on shapes, select a square. Depending on the space you are working on, this space we are going to make it a rectangle. Then I'm going to click now on gradient. This is gradient button. Click here. Then the next thing you have to do is to click on the plus button to now set the gradient colors. And this is a color, this is a color. That is why we call it a gradient, because it's a combination of two or more colors. So we're going to click on the first color right here. Then we click on the setting button down here to edit. So let's go. We're going to reduce the opacity of this, which is the opacity of the color, completely to 0. And after reducing the opacity, all we're going to do is to draw this and bring it a little bit closer to the white. This is because we want to make the downer section of the design completely fitted with the background. So what we're going to do now is go to color, go to your color area, and give this a black color. After giving it a black color, what you need to do The next thing that you need to do, okay, let's edit it once again. Let's try to send it up a bit. I really want this to be up. Perfect. So this is nice. I'm going to log this now. And after logging it, next thing I'm going to do is to bring in another element, the same lady, the image of the lady. So for this one, I will not be cropping it much. I actually want it to be full. So however, as you can see, I have it looking this way. But then I'm going to reduce the size. Just look at what we're doing. Reduce the size. Then position it as well down here. After positioning it right down here, go to layer button and you lock it up as well. So after achieving this, the next thing that we're going to do, I want some light effect to cast on the back of this lady. So I'm going to import some light effects that I downloaded on my Pinterest. Here is a light effect. Reduce the size. Now what I'm going to do is to click, make sure that you have clicked the element. Then you go to the eraser button. Click on eraser and do some editing. Okay, but before I show you this step, guys, if you are joining us for the first time, click on that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any of our next tutorials. That is how you support the channel. Thank you so much as you do so. Now let's proceed. So I'm going to increase the size of my eraser, and I increase the blurriness, and I as well increase the size or the length of the eraser. So I'm going to start erasing on these edges. I just want to erase these edges so that they can blend well with the background. So that is the reason why I'm erasing like this. So after erasing it this way, click on the check mark, reduce the size further, position it here, then you go to your layer button and send it to the back of the lady. Make it to go to the back, and we're going to still send it right down. Now what we're going to do now is to reduce the opacity to make it blend with our background. And you see now it's fully blended with the background. So let's see the opacity. Let's leave the opacity to just about 50%. Good. So upon achieving this, let's send it like so. And then we can even increase the size. Let's increase the size. Good. Now go to layer and you lock this up. Like I promised, I will also take you to Snapseed, where we're going to enhance the overall quality of the design to make it beautiful. So keep watching the tutorial. Don't go anywhere. Now, after achieving all of this, the next thing I want to do is to go to our album, and I have some downloaded material with me right here. Happy birthday to you. So this is just a birthday typography. What I'm going to do now is to go to erase color, enable it, increase tolerance a bit, and come back to color. Give it a white, completely white color, and you position it here. So after positioning it here, what we're going to do now is to go in again, a download folder. This time around, not actually on download. So this is it. This curved line, I want us to make good use of it. So I'm going to change the color to white as well. Then we place it directly above this first text. So let's reduce the size a bit. Then we'll rotate it this way and place it nicely above this text. After placing it here, what we need to do now is to go to the text area and write 18th, that is the date, 18th. Then we go to our font area, and I want to use Montserrat bold for this. Then I'll reduce the size. After reducing the size, I'm going to go back to text, right? September. Then I go to color, and there is an intermediary color between green. It's kind of a light green, so we're going to use this particular color here. Then we go to our font area. I'm using one particular script font here called the Jacqueline font. Okay, the Jacqueline font. So you can download the Jacqueline font as well on the font. Now you can see that the font or the text has some padding issues. So I'm going to, padding means that some parts of the text are not showing. Now if you look at the edges, you will see that the text is not showing completely. So what I'm going to do is to click here on padding. Then I paddle it a bit to the left and as well to the right for the text to be completely showing. So I bring it up this way, and I have 18th of September. So the next thing I want to write is the name of the person celebrating the birthday. We need to bring in the name of the person. So the name of the celebrant is Favor Chisom. I don't know why, but I just feel I love Nigerian names a lot. So the name is Favor Chisom. So it's happy birthday to you, Favor Chisom. Now let's go and change the color of Chisom to this light green, or you can call it an intermediate green. Then we'll go to the font area, and the font we are using is the Roxford. Sounds like my favorite font. And then reduce the size. Oh my god. So let's go to layer and lock some of these elements so that they don't move or disturb our design. So this is the name to you, Favor Chisom. Then go to spacing and space it out considerably. So we have happy birthday to you, Favor Chisom. Now what I need to do, or what we need to do, because I'm working with you guys, is that we need to bring in some birthday wishes. And I'm going to go to the text area. And the first thing that I want to write is blessing. We are wishing Favor Chisom blessings. So go to the font area, and we are using Roxford Sans as well. Then we reduce the size considerably. Then we use our position button. So let's reduce the size to just about 20. So we have blessings. Let's copy this and write success. Then we'll bring it down. Use your position button to align everything properly. If you are not following this particular tutorial, just know you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. So what are you really waiting for? Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, drop your comment and like this particular tutorial. Thank you guys so much. Let's proceed. And what I want to do now is to make sure that the two texts are properly aligned. Then I'm going to copy it for the last time to bring the last wish, which is peace. So we have blessings, success and peace. That's so wow to be a birthday wish. So we're going to turn it, rotate it. Since it rotated by error, then we go to our position button and align it properly with the first two other wishes. I think the spacing there is too choked up, so we can try our best to adjust that spacing. It should not be too close. It should just be reasonable, like so. So have blessing, success, and peace. Then the last thing that we need to do is to go to our shape area. Then we select a triangle and reduce the opacity completely to 0, and then increase the stroke width to about 20 and give the stroke color the same kind of intermediate green color. Then you reduce it in size. After reducing it in size, what we are going to do is to rotate it and position it like so. And you go to your crop area and crop it just nicely like so. Then you can go to relative size and reduce the size to just about 4. And what we are going to do is to rotate it to the right. So after rotating it to the right, what you need to do is to bring it down here. I think we can reduce the size further to just about 3. Then we copy. After copying, bring it down as well. And position it just directly in front of the first one. So you can still copy this, repeat the same procedure, use relative position to make it move faster. Then you bring it up using your position button now. And this is just what we want to achieve. Now, since the name is Chisholm, I just want to play around with the text. So I want to play some name effects here. I'm just going to go to the text area, double tap and write Chisholm. So this is her given name or the surname, perhaps. I'm not a Nigerian though, but I love their names. So shout out to all our friends, our subscribers from Nigeria. I'm going to use the same Jacqueline font, the Jacqueline font. Let me search for it. So this is it. It's a nice script font. I think that did not work, so let me go use another script font here. Perfect. So this is what I actually want. The name of this font is Autograph. You can download it from the font. I change the color of the text to the light green, and what I'm going to do is just to send it to back. And we can position it like so. Chisholm. Alright, let's reduce the size. And you can still copy this, bring to back, copy, and you send to back. Now let's pull it up, make it closer. So we have all of this now aligned properly. And what we're going to do now, after putting everything in order, I think we still need to reduce the opacity of this light effect. It's really showing too much. So let's go to the element, click on it, then we go to our opacity area and try to reduce the opacity a bit so that it can mesh well with the background. I think 35 is fine, and we can bring it outward. Good. So this is just nice. And the next thing that we are going to do now is to go to our Snapseed. But before we go to Snapseed, kindly subscribe to the channel and like the tutorial and drop your comments on what you think. Now let's save our work as PNG. Then we are going to go now to our Snapseed application. Now guys, welcome back to part 2 of the birthday flyer design. This is Snapseed. And when you open your Snapseed application, you'll see this plus button. So you can download Snapseed on your Android Play Store, that's on your App Store or your Google Play Store, and just install it. Now we're going to click on this plus button and we click now on our first design that the design we are just from saving. So this is actually the design, and you can already see some styles down here that have already been made, some already edited styles. So the ones you can always scroll around to check the one that really suits your taste. So you see when we change the impact on the flyer, it's changing. So there are lots and lots of them here, but for me, I would like us to use let's check which one smooth. Okay, let's use pop because I want the design to pop out. So after clicking on pop, just make sure that you have clicked on this check mark right down here. Then you go now to tools. Look down here, you will still see tools. Click on it, then go to tune image, and let's increase the brightness a bit to about 39. Then look right down here to see some other editing. So we're going to click now on contrast to also increase the contrast a little, but the contrast should not be too much. So we have this. Now click back down here again, you will see the saturation. Let's step up the saturation a bit to just about 7. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to like the tutorial and be part of all our regular tutorials that we drop here all the time. Thank you so much as you do so. Now let's proceed, and we're going to click now on ambience. Ambience is to give the design some vibrance. So let's increase the ambience to about 32. What about the highlights? So let's try the highlights, increasing the highlights to about 7 also. And let's click on shadows. I don't want too much of shadows, so I'm going to reduce the shadow. As you can see, when you increase the shadow, it's not more good. So let's just reduce the shadow, and you can see that even the light effect that we included right down has blended so well with the design. So have shadow. Let's reduce the shadow to about minus 38. Then the warmness, we're going to reduce the warmness as well completely to minus 100. Can you see the impact now, how the design is? Just compare this, guys. This is just so wow. Look at it, the impact. See, now this is the initial one without too much of editing. Now look at the work of Snapseed. This is awesome. Deliver this project to a client and you see the impact. The feedback will be so wow. So after achieving this, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscription button. Alright, so after delivering this, what we're going to do now is to click on our check mark. Be sure to click on this check mark so that your edits are registered. Then click back on tools, click on details, and let's increase the saturation. The structure is just to make your image now very much vibrant. Increase the structure to about plus 51. Then look down here, you will still see another button. Click on it. and you see sharpening. Let's make our image very sharp. So let's make it sharp. It's about 90 something, making it very sharp and nice. So click now on the check mark. Let's look if we have another tool. There is this tool we call white and black balance. Click on it. Now we're going to look at the temperature. If you dare increase the temperature, you might have something different. Okay, so we're just going to step down the temperature. Step down the temperature, you know, to give it this glowing impact to -39. And let's check thin. So we can increase the thinness to just about +7. Then we click on the check mark. Now your work is ready for saving, and this is exactly where we're going to export the work. So click on export, click saved, and boom, your work is saved. So look at how nice this is, guys. This is just so beautiful, so awesome. And I hope we all learn one or two things, hoping that your next birthday design, you will land more jobs from your clients. I really wish you all the best. But before you go, don't forget to subscribe to Advanced Graphics, for we share interesting video tutorials, design tutorials, and other design tips here regularly. It was nice working with you. The relative PNG images that I've used for this design will be shared on the video description. Don't forget to like the tutorial and to subscribe to the channel. We love you all. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next tutorial upload.